We are, the assignment I have, we are working. People will never accept and tell you that the economy is stabilizing or has stabilized. Because people will never accept that something is positive. Even during that time, now I hear many people talk about Kibaki era was, during Kibaki era, we were still complaining. I remember during Kibaki era, this is the same story about there is no money in our pocket, was also there. In fact, anytime you told us that the economy is growing at 7%, we were saying, too. Some business tycoons in Nairobi, we are not feeling the money in our pockets. I tell you, the country has been facing economic turbulence that requires a lot of innovation, that requires a lot of thinking. And I will tell you, just last night, we worked on a program of making sure that we liability manage a debt that is coming up for payment in 2028. Because again, if we just wait until 2028 to come, early this year we managed the debt of 2027. It was $900 million. We paid off almost 600 million. We were left with 300 million, which we paid 100 million this year. We are paying in May 100 million and then another one, 2027, 100 million. It will not put a strain now on us as it would have done if we waited until 2027. Now the 2028 one, $1 billion is not small money. If we wait for that time to come, what would happen? What would happen is very simple. You would send signals that Kenya is going to default. The moment that signal is sent into the international market, the net effect of that is that the shilling will lose ground to the dollar, like it happened last year. So when you hear people in funerals, the economy is not managed in funerals. The opinion about the economy is given by people who understand the economy. So we are doing our best. I don't want to bore you with the numbers and figures and statistics and all those terminologies, but just if you can forget everything else, just remember that Mbadi said our economy is doing very well.
I know that the media and the journalists, they have suffered in the past, and this is not history. One, journalists have also suffered at times in the hands of government. True or false? We have witnessed some forms of harassment. But I want to say that we must grow in the challenges to ensure that policies are put in place that can be channeled, that can be guided, can be followed, and their implementation is monitored. I want to say that even when the country is having grievances in terms of salary, in terms of employment, in terms of lack of implementation of issues of policy and bills in the parliament, the journalists make everything to be visible. But I want to caution that we must not champion also propaganda in the social media, because a country can burn in 1 second when we champion propaganda in our news, in our communication, in our radio system.
The media is the voice of the voiceless. If you don't do it right, then definitely people will suffer. Whatever you do will also define a future generation. Apart from being a media person, you have a family. And you want the growth of your family. You want to see this club and your profession to see the next generation. And it will only happen if you are of high integrity.
I call upon the CS to help us achieve its establishment of a media hub. That is a digital content production hub, so that on a daily basis we know where we can go, look for the content from our sources, but go and work on it from editing to dissemination of that content.